Welcome to Business Live. I'm Mark Croskery. First up tonight, we're going to talk about Ciboney Group reporting a net loss here, 1.5 million Jamaican for the third quarter. It's a small net loss, but it's material to Ciboney Group when you look at their balance sheet overall, statistically and significantly. No management discussion analysis here. MD&A, that's pretty much what has been happening for the last couple of quarters or years when Ciboney puts out their results. The market and a lot of analysts out there, especially social media, is saying, let's get some more news, let's get some management discussion and analysis from Ciboney Group. Now, if you draw a line through the numbers, from the balance sheet, the profit and loss, the cash flow statement, you're seeing what the numbers look like here. Now, net loss 1.53 million for the quarter, that's the third quarter, and a net loss year to date 4.06 million for the 9 months numbers. Now, Transjamaican Highway Limited, dividend payment here on their preference shares. That's ticker symbol TJH. An advisory that a quarterly payment of dividend on its 8% cumulative redeemable preference shares due payable for the period ended March 30th this year will be paid April 13th. That's this week, coming right up. Now, tTech Limited coming out with earnings. The top line did grow, but the earnings really fell for 2021 last year, falling by as much as 62% on the bottom line. So they had a bit of a rough year there on the bottom line, but they did grow more market share. Now, the earnings per share for 2021 registered was actually 8 cents versus 21 cents in 2020. tTech's balance sheet remains very strong, though, that's unquestionable, with a 5.8 times current ratio, a lot of cash there, repurchase agreements, and so forth. Actually, approximately 124 million Jamaican of cash and government securities purchased under resale agreements. Now, moving to overseas markets and US markets, global markets. NIO, the Chinese electric vehicle car maker, EV maker, hiking prices. By May 10th this year, it will raise prices for the 3 SUVs in the market by as much as US $1,572 for across the board there for those 3 SUVs. Now, other comparable EV car makers have been doing the same, raising prices recently, Tesla and so forth. NIO also had to suspend production due to COVID-related restrictions that has impacted or halted production at many of its supplier factories, impacted operations overall. Now, last up tonight, we're coming back to Musk here, or the Muskie, Elon Musk not joining the board of Twitter despite being the single largest shareholder at 9.1, 9.2% or so forth. The big news there over the weekend, abandoning plans to join the board effective April 9th. So what's happening here? It came out that it was an original plan. It was announced for effective April 9th, but it was contingent on formal acceptance, background checks, so forth. Of course, he's a part of regulated companies, so that should have been a cakewalk. But the bottom line here is that it's not happening. Now, Musk has already commenced tweeting numerous ideas on ways to improve Twitter, probably shareholder value, content, the platform. So clearly, he actually doesn't need a board seat or to become a board member to enhance and influence or improve Twitter. He's doing already that. So that was clear probably a couple of days ago, and now this has happened. So let's see what happens. Twitter should be better for it because he can create a lot of influence by being a non-board member. I'm Mark Croskery. This is Business Live.